Hello friends, today we will be discussing about a topic from microbiological subject. This topic is regarding the anatomy of bacteria. This is a really fundamental topic and as we all know, half of the microbiology is based on the bacterial anatomy and its applications. So we will be discussing about this. So what is the anatomy of bacteria? First of all, the bacteria is made up of outermost cell and the inner cell, surface materials, and the outermost cell is known as envelope. Envelope has two components. One is the rigid cell wall, plasma membrane. The cell wall is rigid. Shell to bacteria forms its shape, protect it, act as target site for antibiotics. Whereas there are two types of cell walls, gram positive and gram negative. Now, what do you mean by gram positive? Actually, the gram positive cell walls are made up of peptidoglycans. This is of 60 to 80 nanometers thickness, and teichoic acid is also the important component in the formation of gram positive cell walls. Now, the teichoic acid are the major component which forms the gram positive cell wall, and this is actually absent in gram negative types. So it could be considered as really major factor in differentiating between gram positive and gram negative. Gram negative. Now, gram negative consists of lipoproteins. The lipoproteins, lipopolysaccharides, and periplasmic space and peptidoglycans. These are of thickness 2 nanometer. This is really thinner than the gram positive, and hence most of them are more vulnerable to the any kind of attack rather than the gram positive. Now comes the cytoplasmic plasma. This is 5 to 10 nanometer thickness elastic semi permeable membrane. Now, cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is the component of the bacterium. Now, cytoplasm consists of organic and inorganic solutes in viscous watery solution. It also consists of all the ribosomes, inclusions, vacuoles, and all the things which are really important for the formation of the fundamental of a bacterium. Now comes a really important thing which is known as nucleus. No nuclear membrane is present in the nucleus of a bacterium. DNA is a double stranded in the form of circle. It measures about 1 millimeter when straightened. Now comes the bacterial capsule, which is also known as slime layer. Viscid bacterial secretion when diffused is in surrounding, then it is known as slime layer, but when organized properly, then it is known as the capsule. The capsule actually act as a protective layer. This is really helpful to enhance the bacterial virulence. So excessive virosity of the bacteria is totally dependent upon the what type of capsule it is having, and most of the major formation of the any kind of antibacterial medicines are mostly focusing on the type of attack it can do over the capsule of the bacteria, because once the capsule is destroyed, it is really easy to destroy the bacteria. Now comes the another important part which is known as flagella. Flagella are cytoplasmic appendages protruding through cell wall. These are the thread-like structures. The parts of flagella could be filament, hook, basal, body. The flagella is also very helpful in the movement of bacteria. So these are also known as helpful for the movement. Then comes the fimbriae. Fimbriae are hair-like structure projecting from the cell surface as straight filament. The type of fimbriae could be of three: common pili, sex or F fertility pili, col 1 Colicinae pili. The function of the fimbriae are actually the adhesion and transfer of the genetic material. It plays a really important role in the multiplication of the bacteria. So these were the important part of the bacteria. Now comes the bacterial spore. The bacterial spore are highly resistant resting stage found in unfavorable environmental conditions. This is can be said as a weapon to help them survive in a really unfavorable conditions and to multiply in the conditions where they can actually survive. Now, as bacterial spores are formed within the parent cell, these are called endospores. But sporulation is not a method of reproduction. The spore morphology is explained here. The cell membrane grows inward and forms spore wall around the core. Outside this membrane, there is presence of a spore coat. This spore coat is really helpful to protect the spore. Actually, the ac- actual material of the bacteria which will be surviving is in the innermost part of the spore, and all of the layers surrounding it are made up of the spore coat. These spore coat are so resistant to all of the um, adverse conditions that it can survive for years to the centuries also. The resistance, these are resistant to the normal boiling, disinfectant and even heating, but all medical important spores can be destroyed by autoclave at 121 degrees celsius for 15 minutes. So, autoclaving is a really important procedure in all of the medical facilities. So, these are considered to be really important topic. I'll be making some video regarding autoclaving and other disinfectant um, equipments and the methods which are used in the hospital management and hospital facilities, which will be really helpful for further studies. Now comes the spore forming bacteria. The spore forming bacteria are obligate aerobes and obligate anaerobes. Obligate aerobes can be bacillus, example B. enteralis, B. subtilis, and obligate anaerobes can be genus Clostridia, example Clostridia tetani, Clostridia welchi, Clostridia botulinum. Now comes the reference microbiology by Professor C.P. Baveja, and also I have seen a lot of PDFs and a lot of matter in the online searches, and also I have read a little bit of researches which I will be giving references later on. So that was all about the microbiology, and thank you so much.